What's up, guys? It's your bestest buddy in the whole frickin' universe, Urban Blaster here, tuning in from the Mile High City, playing some Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes. It's that free-to-play mobile game because I don't pay for this shit. And in this video, we're going to be going over the best and the worst of ships. What I like and what I don't like. And of course, this is all my opinion, but you guys are probably feeling the same things that I am, or maybe I could point out something that maybe you just didn't notice. But first off, let's talk about these battles. I'm digging these visuals that they've introduced into this game. Check out that scenery, these frickin' wicked ass visuals that they have. They're frickin' dynamic. They have these zoom in, zoom out, camera changing angles, and added these little avatar dudes. There's Mace Windu and that frickin' lobster fugly Admiral Akbar. Check it out. And then what else is going on with these battles? The one thing that I do hate is these they take so frickin' long. Even when you do autoplay this stuff, they just take a while. And it's set for a timer of 7 minutes. Even on autoplay, it takes at least 3 to 4 minutes sometimes to frickin' finish a battle. I can't even imagine what it's gonna be like when you have your star fleet commanders up to 7 stars and you're allowed like 4 reinforcements. How long are those battles gonna take? Unless they just hit harder and it blows the other ships out the frickin' sky. But I don't know how that'll change because both sides could be level 7 and 7 stars and all the fully geared, so I don't think that's gonna increase the or decrease the amount of time. I could hardly wait to see what those 7-star battles are gonna be like, calling in 4 different reinforcements. But we'll see how that goes. I haven't really did much on ships these days. Just kind of trying to bump up slowly, getting my fleet up to 2 stars so I could move to the next tier of the challenges. And what else about battles? They're kind of complicated. It's just more abilities and specials to learn and figure out how to use. That's why I've just pretty much been auto-playing these days, just slowly bumping up my stars, auto-playing some stuff. Because right now I just don't have the time to invest to figure out the strategies and synergies and all that stuff. But they do have some pretty wicked-ass battles going on, as you can see. Check it out. Let's see what's going on here. It looks like my fleet's up 4 against 3. They got their stuff bumped up and they have somebody taunting out there. Okay, here comes Akbar, making it rain some blood on those fools. Took 2 of them down to yellow. Here comes Mace Windu. He put a hurting on our TIE fighter, but we just knocked out one of their X-Wings. And that's pretty cool how the ships just kind of dive in, blast off, and then loop back around. There's a lot of stuff going on. It's pretty dynamic. Uh-oh, here comes those pink sperms from Mace Windu. But I think I got this one in the bag. Yep. Victory! We crushed it. But what else is there about these battles that's good or bad? Well, it's pretty good. I like the graphics and all that, but they're a bit complicated and they take too long. And I can't even imagine how that's going to be with those 7-star reinforcements and stuff going on. Okay, dudes, what's next on the list? Let's talk about characters. You got the fleet commanders. They were pretty much free. They divvied those out like they made it rain frickin' fleet commander shards on us. That was pretty cool. That was one thing I liked about the character aspect of this. one thing that I didn't like was now I have Mace Windu. The only cool thing about him is he has a lightsaber named Bad Motherfucker. But anyway, they did give us those fleet commanders. They did give us news about those, like the fleet commanders would be coming in, and I thought we'd have to farm those, but they did make it rain those shards on us, and so that was pretty cool about that. And then the another thing I like about the characters that they've introduced to having ships are it kind of encourages me to build up some characters that I've never really have built up. Because for instance, there's the frickin' this what's his name? The Clone Sergeant. He's that light side clone trooper attacker. And if you didn't know, he has an AoE that's when it's all fully maxed out, it takes away to 50% of everybody's turn meters. So that's pretty cool. Otherwise, I would never have really taken him farther than this, because this is pretty much how far I took him, 3 stars. So I started bumping up his stars because I want to bump up my fleet, So that's another thing I like about the ships, is that it just kind of brings attention to those dudes that you never really paid attention to. Who knows what they could bring to your squads. Maybe that turn meter stuff will work out if he's fully maxed out. 7-star gear level frickin' 11, that clone trooper. And another thing that they did was added was new these places where you could farm ship shards. That's pretty cool too. I thought it was going to be all chromiums, or I guess I didn't know what to expect, but I didn't really think they were going to add them to the G-Dubs, the Galactic War Table store. Look, you could pick up some Wedge Antilles, farm his X-Wing. Osaka's, this thing refreshes just like anything else. I'm not sure if I've seen the better ships in there, like the Slave One. That's the one that's on the top of my list to farm. But I don't know if I've seen that in the Galactic Wars, but I'll have to keep an eye out for that stuff. But that's pretty cool that they added that stuff. And then another thing they added was, if you didn't notice, on like a dark side map 9 or 8B hard, they've added the consular ship, so you could actually farm him here, along with some cuffs and some of these things right here. So they're making it easy to farm some of this stuff. It's not all about having to spend up some crystals and stuff. But of course it's not the good ships, but you gotta start your fleet somewhere. Hey, I got my raid awards in. Let's see what I got. Oh, 12 cuffs and 20 furnace salvages. And then the lowly 3 Han Solo shards. Where am I at now? 92. I'm slowly getting there. I hit rank 23 today. Okay, dudes. I know it's it's pretty much ship seems to be a game within the game. It's almost like starting over. You gotta bump up stars, bump up frickin' I forgot what they call it, where you have to enhance your ships. And they're just it's pretty much a game. It's starting all over, but with ships, and they're a little bit dynamic because they are complicated, because you have the crew power level that takes in effect, and along with these other things that you have to build up, collecting different stuffs, like those mats that are just applied to this, and then this new currency. That's it just makes it feel like it's going to be a big old time investment. But one thing I like that they do about that they laid this thing out is you don't really have to do much if you're not into the ships. You basically have to do a 3 dailies. That's enhance a ship, do 1 battle, and if you're not into the battles, just frickin' go into the battle and retreat. You get the credits for that stuff. And then you have to do 1 challenge. Just frickin' do the challenge, and then you could sim it the rest of your frickin' life if you're not really into the ships. You know, you could just collect at the minimum 800 frickin' dineros in the fleet shop for not even doing anything. But my plan is just to kind of see if I could get to the top 100, you know, and just see if I could hang there and you know, frickin' collect 1,200 dineros a day, because that'd be pretty good, you know. That'd be three shards, 3 sets of shards or whatever if you're spending it in 400 at a time. But you know, if you're not really into the ships, just do the very minimum you can and just collect 800 shards and or 800 dineros for this shop, and then, you know, it's not really a time investment. Or you could just take it slow like me. Just do what you can with what you got and just slowly increment this stuff. I am afraid that you know, they might come out with a raid or something that would include ships. We'll see. I haven't heard anything, and it's probably off in the horizon if they even do that. But if I don't bust ass now on these ships now, then I'm going to be way behind then. But you know, I'm taking that chance. Just going to kind of keep it slow, kind of keep it. Just want to hit right here in the top 200 so I could collect my 1,200 dineros a day. But the best thing that I love about these frickin' ships is the fleet shipments. If you haven't checked that out yet, I don't know why you would have, but in here you could frickin' bump up your ships. In here you could get Slave 1 shards. That's the ship that I'm going for now. It'll accompany my Boba Fett pretty good. And then but the best thing about this in here is you could get shards for characters that you couldn't get before without spending crystals. Now I could bump up my Zamwezel. I got her free in a chromium one time, and she's been sitting at 3 stars for like frickin' months. Now I almost have her to 4 stars. And then there's also Rex is in here. Bam! He's that frickin' badass clone, and I've been wanting him to add him to my frickin' thing. He has some pretty good turn meter abilities. And then there's even General Grievous. He's not just in the shard shop anymore. And I've seen Darth Vader in there too, but it refreshes just like all shipments. You just gotta keep a lookout for this stuff. I'm not sure how often it refreshes, probably about the same. But one thing I have noticed is in here is you could frickin' farm cuffs in here. It's 600 dineros for 5 of them. That means for every 10 600s you spend, you just got you a frickin' furnace. I mean, a frickin' full set of cuffs. It takes some time, but it seems like it's gonna be a pretty quick farm. But that's why I'm liking this frickin' fleet shipments, is because and it's one of the only places to get some frickin' Zeta mats. There's 2 places you could get those from. Fleet challenges are in here. They are pretty expensive at 2,000, but you know, you gotta spend money to bump up your dudes. But pretty much my number one like of the ships is the frickin' shipments, the fleet shipments. That's the best thing that's come out of the ships, in my opinion. That's where you can get farm these characters: Zamwezel, Rex, Sunfac, and even Bistan, Darth Vader, and frickin' that longer of a droid General Grievous. Also some cuffs and some Zeta mats, gold mats. There's a lot going on in that shipments. And even if you just don't want to do much with ships, just get your 3 little dailies done, collect your 800 credits, and then slowly farm some stuff. You know, frickin' you could get some cuffs pretty quick. Decent at a decent rate in there, if that's all you wanted to do, is farm something like that, because characters will also take a lot of time, because you know, the shipment refreshes and all that. And then but the worst thing that in my opinion, is the frickin' the time the battles take. That shit's gonna you know, I ain't got time for this shit. It's like a game within a game, and you know, it's just like starting all over, building up a whole frickin' crew to go wreck some shit. But those battles take could take up to 7 minutes, and I don't even want to see how long they take when you have dudes rolling out 7 stars and frickin' 4 reinforcements. Cause let's see, I'm pretty sure that's what I saw was that in the battles you could have up to 4 reinforcements. I just want to check that out, make sure I'm saying the right stuff. I know I'm rambling on, but frick, there's a lot going on here. So it says require 7 stars capital ship. Right there, bam, you could have 4 reinforcements if you have 7 stars. But I can't imagine how long that battle's gonna take. But we'll see, I don't know if I'll ever get there. But, like I said, my goal is just to sit in the top 200 and collect 1,200 dineros a day. Try to bump up my characters. Get me a Rex, get me a Zamwezzel, bump up my frickin' Zeta Mats. I need some for my Boba Fett and Qui-Gon, and I heard Chewbacca needs some Zeta Mats. If you don't know about Zeta Mats, look it up. But they're taking some of these characters to the next frickin' level. And I hope I didn't ramble on too much, bore you to death, and or just sound like a frickin' flamin' idiot. But I don't know. I hope you enjoyed this video, and go get you a frickin' Zamwezzel, and I'm out.